Hi folks, welcome to the Sabre Zone. This is the video on this channel, if you're new, that discusses what you had to say and how you said it. Let's talk about it. I'm due for a Sabre Zone. It's kind of one of those videos on my channel that just finds its way like the tax man, you know? Okay, the shout out goes to Wayne Davis, and he goes, I know Hall was horrible. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. But that got me interested in Kevin Adams. I thought it showed balls and was trying to do his best with what he had had. A spoiled brat. It's crazy. I'm 51, and this season's got me feeling like a 5-year-old on Christmas Eve. Yeah, Wayne, I am with you on that one. Absolutely. I'm feeling the same way. I feel like there's a rainbow this year, not a gray cloud. You know, that's kind of how it feels. There's a rainbow this year. There's, we're in for, I believe we're in for another bonus season, if that makes any sense. Another bonus season of Sabres hockey where we're going to see improvement. We might not see playoffs, and if we don't, I think the majority of us kind of don't really expect it. I think we want to see the team running. I think we want to see the team alive in March. And I think we want to see the team finish within 10 points of a playoff spot this year, and I think we could all live with it. I do. But if we got in, I can't imagine you guys how you'd be going. You'd all be going nuts. I just know it. My channel will blow up. I wouldn't have to put up, I could put up more crap videos and you guys would just be watching because you're all thrilled the Sabres are winning. And that's how my channel goes, guys. I'm telling you. I started the Sabres channel when the Sabres were at the pits of their history. My goodness, horrible year, COVID. I was all out of shape. I mean, everything was wrong in my life, and I'm starting a Sabres channel. But, I think we all want to be there together when this thing comes together, And what Wayne's talking about there is he's excited for a reason. He doesn't want to say it, obviously. He didn't want to say it, but he's feeling really good for a reason about this year. I think most Buffalo fans in general should be excited about the Bills and the Sabres this year, because I'll tell you right now, I've picked the Bills to win the Super Bowl this year before the season starting. I'm just going to let you know. My pick, and I usually call the Super Bowl pretty close every year, And I'm not a Bills fan, so I'm not being, what do you call it, biased about it. I'm not a Bills fan. I root them on mostly because of you guys, and I want to see the city of Buffalo, because I've been there many times, that I want to see them have a celebration out there. I do. I really do. And if you would have told me years ago that the Buffalo Bills I'd be thinking they're going to win a Super Bowl before the Buffalo Sabres years ago, I would have laughed at you. There's no way I would have believed it. But right now, I'm at that point. Yeah, I do. I think the Bills can win, go all the way. They've got the right momentum, the right quarterback. They just seem to have all the right pieces in place. And you know what? I think it's only a matter of time it happens with the Sabres. I really do. I think Pegula's a much better owner than he's given credit for. Yes, he's frustrated the hell out of all of us. He has. But let's face it, folks, he was learning how to be an owner all these years. The guy's a master at drilling oil. But when it comes to hockey, he's more of a fan, and this is a toy, right? But now, I think he's fed up. He's embarrassed publicly. He's had enough with all the losing and, the hard times, the hardship that the team went through. I mean, I give him credit for not trying to scurry out of town and sell the team and get the hell out. He wants to be the owner when they win the Stanley Cup, and that's fine with me as long as they get there, So I think we're getting closer. I do. I believe that the Sabres are going to be another year closer, not a year further from this dream, a year closer to it. And I don't see why we can't make big steps this year, even if we don't make the playoffs, really. I mean, I'm hoping that this year that we have a winning record all year, that we start off like 3-0 or something, and we just stay over 500 all year. That's what I'm hoping. And even though we might have some spurts where it's tough, that we just continue, to come back with little winning streaks, 2-game winning, 3-game winning streaks, a few 4-game winning streaks. I'm hoping that's the way the season pans out. I think a lot of us are on this wave of believing something's happening finally, eh? It really is. I'm going to discuss that in another video. But I think right now, a lot of us are feeling like something really is happening. It's not just wishful thinking no more. Not, you know, the tide has turned. It has turned. And as the tide turns, we have to turn with it. We can't stagnate, go backwards and pout and complain about we didn't get this guy and we didn't get that guy and this guy didn't pan out. Listen, not every draft pans out. All those first rounders we got this year, one of them could be a bust. The odds are no. The odds are no. I trust Adams that much, no. But if one turns out to be a bust, those are the odds. Those are the odds. Like, out of those 30 guys that got drafted, I guarantee you 10 of them will not be NHL regulars. I guarantee it. Go check in 5 years. If I'm wrong, come tell me in the video. By then I won't give a damn if I'm wrong anyway. But go look at 5 years ago, if you want to have an example. Go look at 5 years ago and count how many guys are regulars in the NHL from 5 years ago, the draft 5 years ago. So go back to like 2017, check and see for yourself. And you kind of see the numbers, how it, you know. And then you look and you see in the fourth round how some of the teams pulled out the diamonds in the rough. And, you know, I feel like we're doing that now. That, to me, guys, is the important thing, is that we pull out these guys from the lower rounds and turn them into studs, you know? Like, I got my eye on Oliver Nadeau. There's guys I got my eyes on that weren't first rounders that I'm keeping my eye on, because what if they pan out? What if they turn out really good? What if they become the real deal in the NHL? You know, Olofsson's an example, guys, of how a low draft pick can not only become a regular NHLer, but a guy in a top six. So he's an example. As much as I've rode him hard on this channel, saying things about him, how he's driving me nuts and stuff, he's still, I got to remember, where was he drafted? He wasn't a first rounder. He wasn't a high draft. He wasn't. But if we're going to look at every single draft like that, we're going to be disappointed. So we got to take what we can get with the drafts that we got, with the pipeline that we have, how we develop it, and I'll tell you what, if we develop and everybody's developing right, then it's our system that's good. Forget the guys we're drafting. How many guys did Detroit Red Wings drafted during their cup years, guys that weren't even high picks and were awesome, right? They didn't have any top picks. They kept winning cups. They kept winning and winning and winning and winning because they kept a thing of winning going on till they got so old they couldn't do it anymore. And that's what really stopped them. That's what stopped Detroit and their cups. It was age finally caught up to them. It catches up to every team eventually. So, look, this is where I'm at. I'm going to not go on too much more about it, but Wayne, good topic, because if we can go into this year feeling like it's Christmas, my goodness, what a better feeling than it was the beginning of last year. You know, I think really if we can just look at it from that one angle and say, wow, you know, what was it like a short year ago? Really, what was it like, folks? It wasn't that good, right? The way we felt going into last year at the beginning of the season, right? You remember? You all thought it was crazy when I picked them fifth. But I was just doing that on the assumption we're due for something good to happen. That's all it was, really. I mean, logic, I don't care about logic. I just don't sometimes. Logic has backfired in my face many times in this life. Hockey, not hockey. It backfires. But if we can go into this season just continuing kind of where we left off, I think all of us will not only be happy, I think we'll be relieved, because there has to be still some fear in our community, I believe. Was this for real, right? What we just seen happen a few short months ago, how we closed out the season, how we were competitive right to the end, made us proud. We didn't want the season to end. It didn't matter playoffs. This is how good that team made us feel last year. We didn't care about the playoffs. We just were happy to have a team that was exciting, competitive, cared about each other, showed up every time it was time to win for RJ, they did. I mean, there was just so many clutch things that they did without a team that really had a ton of talent. Really. I mean, we're buying time for the kids is what we're doing. And still, we were progressing at a good pace. So that's my thoughts on that one, guys. Okay, I'm closing it out here. That's it. I will see you folks in the nightcap coming up. See you then.